There was a TMZ lady out there, and she was like, T-Pain, are you hype about the new Drake album? And I said, did you ask him about my album?
T-Pain just let something out that might be the biggest twist in the drama between Drake and Kendrick. Forget the beef. T-Pain's recent revelations points to the industry secretly canceling Drake while pushing their own agenda. All this means we've all been watching the wrong fight. A simple interview took a wild turn when a reporter tried to bait T-Pain into choosing sides, but instead of falling for it, T-Pain spilled something way deeper, how the industry really operates behind the scenes. And if what he's saying is true, the Drake versus Kendrick drama might be nothing more than a carefully planned distraction. So, who's pulling the strings, and why? Let's get into it. It all started when a TMZ reporter caught up with him, asking about Drake's new album, Some Sexy Songs For You, a collab with PARTYNEXTDOOR. T-Pain, being his chill self, gave a neutral response, not leaning one way or the other. But TMZ, they twisted his words, making it seem like he was throwing shade at Drake. T-Pain wasn't having it. He hopped on Instagram Live to set the record straight, explaining how media outlets love to twist narratives to spark controversy.
They're looking for something, and I understand that. But here's the thing, I'm a Drake fan. And here's a more thing.
He even joked about how folks are always looking for drama, saying they're looking for something. But that wasn't the end of it. T-Pain jokingly said he was Drake before Drake.
I'm in love with a stripper, you falling for a bitch in the club. Like, I've always been that corny. I've always been the simp nigga. I was Drake before Drake. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, like I was the corny.
As Drake versus T-Pain beef gains momentum, any word another celebrity puts out there is likely to spark debates and speculations. In fact, fans who took the statement at face value might have felt as if T-Pain was claiming to have laid the foundation for Drake's dominance. In a recent live stream, T-Pain fueled the controversy, saying that Drake's new album is a collection of leftover songs from their previous projects.
I feel like he recorded a bunch of shit. In order to keep Party around, you can take 10, 15 of these songs, put a verse on them, bitch, Party. That's our album, bro. The songs are already recorded.
The controversy took a new turn recently when a clip surfaced of T-Pain dancing to Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us during a Vegas show. Fans went wild, assuming he was picking sides and throwing shade at Drake. The internet lit up with debates about where T-Pain's loyalties lay. T-Pain clapped back in the best way possible. He took to Twitter saying, "Welp, you heard it here first, folks. Don't drunk dance in a robe." Apparently, it's a political statement now. He turned the whole situation into a joke, reminding everyone not to take things too seriously. This whole saga shows how the media and fans can blow things out of proportion, dragging artists into beef they had no intention of joining. T-Pain's experience is a prime example of how narratives can be twisted and how artists have to navigate the choppy waters of public perception. And T-Pain, he wasn't about to let it slide. He later revealed that TMZ was actively fishing for a way to make it seem like he dissed Drake. That wasn't no accident. They wanted a headline, something spicy to throw into the mix and keep the drama going.
Do you agree with the people that Kendrick won the battle?
1000%.
However, this Kendrick-Drake beef might not even be about rap anymore. Think about it. Why is the industry pushing this feud so hard? And on top of it all, why are they trying to push T-Pain to sideline Drake? Yet for years, T-Pain and Drake have sustained a close friendship. In fact, there has never been beef between the two legends, but love and respect for each other. Yet the media tried to twist a simple moment into something bigger. If T-Pain was secretly against Drake, why would he be out here publicly hyping up Toronto, calling Rebel Toronto the best club he's ever been in, and joking about using Drake's employee discount to buy a condo in the city? That's not the energy of someone taking shots, but of someone who genuinely respects Drake and his influence.
I'm a Drake fan, and here's a more thing. I'm more of a Party fan than I am a Drake fan. But I said, hey, did you ask Drake about my album? She said, is that a diss? Can I please publish this? I said,
T-Pain wasn't making a statement against anyone. He was just enjoying the music, something artists do all the time. He even admitted to being Drake's fan later. But the internet and media loves drama, so they ran with it. While T-Pain and Drake's bond remains solid, the industry might be playing hard to create distractions against their main objective. Come to think of it, every time Drake or Kendrick so much as breathes on a track, blogs blow up, social media loses its mind, and suddenly it's all anyone's talking about. But who benefits from that? It ain't just them. The real winners, the labels, the executives, and the people pulling the strings behind the scenes. Take Universal Music Group UMG, for example. Drake's been calling them out heavy, claiming they're playing favorites, pushing Kendrick's diss track Not Like Us way harder than anything else. Now, at first glance, that just sounds like typical industry politics. But when you really look at it, it raises some serious questions. There's also the fact that the timing of this beef is really suspicious. Drake's been dealing with some serious industry pushback lately. The lawsuit over the fake Vogue cover with 21 Savage, that wasn't just some random case. It was a reminder that even with all his success, he's still gotta play by the rules. And then there's the backlash over his music. For All the Dogs was supposed to be a big moment, but it didn't hit the way people expected. Some fans felt like Drake's sound wasn't evolving, while others started saying he was losing touch. That puts him in a tough spot. Drake has been looking more stressed than ever lately, and now the pieces are starting to come together. On top of being dropped by UMG, it looks like he's battling a serious gambling problem, and it's draining his bank account. That drone footage from Sydney wasn't just an invasion of privacy, it exposed something way more interesting. Drake's laptop screen showing a gambling platform interface. For someone who has already made a name for placing massive bets, this just adds fuel to the fire. Drake's gambling history isn't a secret. He has publicly placed huge bets on everything from UFC fights to the Super Bowl. In 2022, he bet $1 million on Argentina to win the World Cup final and lost because of a last-minute penalty rule. He has also wagered hundreds of thousands on NBA games and even lost $400,000 on Jake Paul's boxing match against Tommy Fury. His partnership with Stake, a cryptocurrency gambling platform, has only encouraged him to bet even more. He often shows off his big wins, but what he doesn't show are the losses. And with gambling, the losses always come. Then there's another moment that had fans talking. A video surfaced of Drake sitting alone in a nightclub, completely focused on his phone, gambling while playing Sabrina Carpenter's music in the background. The whole scene just felt strange. This is Drake, one of the biggest artists in the world, sitting by himself in a dark club, lost in a gambling session with soft pop music playing. No group of friends around him. No excitement, just him staring at his phone, deep in thought. It's a big change from how people are used to seeing him. Drake has always been the life of the party, showing off his wealth, surrounded by friends, and enjoying the high life.
Hey,
Hey,
yo,
you know what I mean?
who would have thunk it, man?
Yeah, big money.
In the ghosty, man.
Terrible.
No Casper, man.
You know what I mean? No Casper.
But now, with everything happening at once, this gambling problem might not just be a hobby, it might be a way to escape his problems. And let's be real, gambling at this level isn't just a casual habit. Placing a few bets for fun is one thing, but when it starts taking over someone's life, that's when the warning signs appear. The house always wins, and even billionaires can't beat the odds forever. If Drake is gambling to chase losses, that could explain why he's been looking more tired and stressed lately.
Wow.
The money situation is also a big concern. High-stakes gambling is risky, and even someone as rich as Drake used to be can lose more than they can handle. Think about it. He just got dropped by UMG, which means he no longer has the financial backing of a major record label. If his music isn't bringing in the same kind of money and his spending habits haven't changed, he could be under a lot of financial pressure. And when people feel desperate, they take risks. They bet big, hoping to win big. But if he's losing more than he's winning, that could explain why he's been acting differently, less confident, more distracted, extremely pissed, and looking like he's carrying a heavy burden. This isn't just a bad night or a temporary problem. This is starting to look like a pattern. The industry is watching, fans are asking questions, and now, with all these moments adding up, people are wondering, is Drake not just stressed, but actually going broke? And let's not forget that the industry has a long history of shady business. Remember what happened with Taylor Swift and her masters? She had to re-record her old albums just to own her music again after Big Machine Records took control of them. That whole situation made artists rethink their contracts, and labels weren't happy about it. Now we're seeing something similar play out with Drake. But instead of fighting for ownership, he's fighting to stay in control while the industry quietly pushes their own agenda. And who benefits the most from Drake's downfall? Kendrick Lamar, the artist they've been positioning as the real king of hip-hop. So when T-Pain talks about bigger forces being at play, he might not be wrong. This beef could be a tool to shift the culture, push a new narrative, and remind every artist that no matter how big they get, the industry always has the final say. At the end of the day, the real question ain't just who's winning this beef, it's who's controlling the narrative. Because if Drake really is getting canceled, it ain't cause of some rap battle, it's cause he might have stepped on the wrong toes. But what y'all think? Is this beef real or just another industry setup? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and check out the next video on your end screen.